So I think they could have a real go at trying to get back. Well, they need to get back into the top 6 at least, but I think they could have a go at getting into the top 4.
Jack, we've seen them sign Ben White, and that's it really. But where else do you think they need to strengthen? Because I still think there's key areas where they're quite light.
I think Ben White is a good signing. They've added a midfielder who I quite like the look of. I didn't really know much about him before, but he looks quite good. It'd be interesting to see how he does. I think you'll get a lot more from Thomas Partey this year. He had a year to settle. I think he'll be a good player for them this season. Maybe up top, obviously with Aubameyang playing off the left, and Laka, who I played with and I love playing with him. Like, he's a really intelligent player, but maybe they need a little bit more strength in depth up there. Another squad player who can get some more goals. When you think of Arsenal now, you don't really think of them as they're going to be challenging, do you? And it's been like that for a number of seasons, unfortunately. Probably even when I was there, like we slipped out with the top 4. We've had to play Europa League, and ever since then, they're never really, at the start of the season, no one ever really give them a chance, and probably rightly so. I still don't think they can go on and win it with, as you said, with the players that the other teams around that add in and the names that are being mentioned. But with them having no Europe, I think they can have a better season.
Jack, what do you make of Arteta as well? I mean, you know him. I think you played with him. What do you think he's under pressure this season? And what do you make of the job that he's done?
Yeah, I think you're always under pressure when you're a manager, aren't you? I mean, a couple of bad results, and people start asking questions, and especially with what happened to Arsenal, with Arsenal being there for so many years, being so successful, and then Emery come in and not really working out. I think Mikel's done a good job, to be honest. I mean, you can start to see that they've got a sort of an identity that they're playing towards. They're all hard working. You know, I've heard a lot that training is intense, and that he's trying to get every single inch out of every single player he can. And I think you're starting to see that. And I think with him having more time on the training pitch this year, I think they'll be better.
Okonga's the midfielder you were talking about as well, wasn't he? Played against Spurs. And a lot of Arsenal fans, I think that he could have a really bright future, a really exciting one as well.
Yeah, I like him. I mean, he's young, obviously, but he looks tidy on the ball. I watched a few of his clips from the Tottenham game. He looks tidy on the ball. He's obviously a physical presence. He can get around the pitch. I don't expect him to be their best player this season, but he's definitely one that can grow into the season and for the future.
Jack, I want to ask you quickly, what about Joe Wallace? He looks as though he's going to Newcastle. I think it's a great bit of business for Newcastle. Are you sad to see him leave Arsenal?
Yeah, a little bit, because he's a Hale End boy like me. But I think it's a good move for him. I think it's the right move for him. He probably wouldn't have got the minutes this season that he deserved after his loan spell. When I was coming through, I always said as well, if I got to 19, 20 and I weren't really near the first team, I'd look to leave. I think he's doing the right thing. He's a good player. He's definitely a Premier League player. He needs to go now and show his quality.
Yeah, and for you yourself personally, Jack, I mean, what's next for you?
That's a big question, Benny.
Sorry, boss.
Too early for those questions.
Yeah, you know what, Benny? Like, I've actually had a good pre-season. I've been training with a club just to keep myself fit. So I'm actually in a good place physically. I'm waiting for the right opportunity to come up, to be honest, mate. But having said that, nothing's come up at the minute, and there's nothing happening. So I don't know the answer to that question, to be honest, mate. I'm waiting. I don't really know how long I can wait. I don't really want to wait. Like last time when I left West Ham in the summer, I didn't get a club till January. I went to Bournemouth. I don't really want to wait that long. So hopefully something will happen sooner rather than later.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Laura Woods. Monday to Wednesday morning, 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.